All right, let's get right into this Buckeye preview and Indians player tiers for upcoming season trades. Who's untouchable? Who's going to take a lot? Who's likely to get traded? And who we're listening, but not really maybe trying to move. Let's get right into it with this episode of Buckeye Banter. Welcome to Buckeye Banter, Sports in the OH. All right, so Buckeyes preview this week. We got Rutgers. With Rutgers, we get a coach who, just came out of coaching at Ohio State. Usually that means the teams are not looking to kind of run up the score, a little more friendly when it comes to those sort of things. So I'm not going to expect this game to maybe get quite as out of hand as it could. But I do think that Ohio State's going to pretty much control this one from the get-go. And, Rutgers got a good win that first week, but they came back down to reality last week with Indiana. And I think that we should expect them to maybe have a similar sort of fate to Nebraska where they come out, maybe have a possession or two where they look like they might be in it and then get blown away. I think similar score will be at hand, 50 something, 57 13. We'll go with that. 57-13. I think maybe we're going to start to see Master T get a little more carries and establish himself. We'll see. I'd like to just see the run game, especially this week, get itself going, get that line more established as we get more and more into the season each week. And, I think we're going to see Fields be Fields and those wide receivers just continue to show up as they do. So like to see the defense be more consistent this week for sure. That's really what I'm looking for. Leave your comments. Let me know what you're expecting in this game, what score predictions you have, and what you're looking to see out of the Buckeyes this weekend. Let's jump into the tribe. So, Indians, we're going to kind of break this down bit by bit. Today, we're just going to get into quickly some of what I see as the tiers as far as players' availability and trades. We'll start with what I think are the obvious ones, and that's the untouchables. I really think we only have two. There might be a couple fringe untouchables, but in my view, there's two. It's Jose and it's Bieber. So don't call, don't bother. They're not going anywhere. They're locked in for a few more years, and you're talking about an MVP and a Cy Young, or at least candidates for that every year. So, yeah, not going to happen. Next, I'll say the ones that it would take a lot, but they're available if they make the right offer, or if we have to throw them in with another deal to really make it a good deal. And that's going to be Plesac, Zach Plesac, Franmil Reyes, Emmanuel Clase, I'm not sure how you say his last name yet, James Karnchak, Aaron Saval, Tristan McKenzie, Cal Quantrill, and I'm going to throw Nolan Jones in there too. In the minor league system, I don't know that there's too many other than Nolan Jones that are going to take a lot for us to part ways with. I think they see a pretty bright future for Nolan Jones. They're trying to move him over to the outfield even to see if he can do that to be an answer. So I will say that I think that Plesac and Saval, to a lesser extent, McKenzie could be sweetener in the right deal if it really brings back a good current bat. But I don't think that that's likely to happen. I think they're going to try to avoid getting any of that pitching depth out, but I think that they'd be willing with the right deal. The likely trade candidates, I think there are two, and they both make me sad, but I think it's Francisco Lindor and Carlos Carrasco. I'll be surprised if one or both of them ever wear a Tribe uniform again, unfortunately. I think that we have to accept that Frankie is like 95% at least gone. And I think based on the current economy, our surplus of pitchers, his potential value and his contract price, Carlos is probably going to follow him. If they can turn Carlos into an outfield bat, especially, I, I I would accept that. As sad as it would make me to see Cookie gone, if they can turn him into an everyday outfield bat, I think you have to do that right now where this team is. If you have to pair Frankie and Cookie together to get the right deal, we'll see. I'm going to get into some trade um, possibilities probably next week. I've been working on a few and I'll present those and we'll see what you guys think of those. So if you've got ideas for potential trades for your Frankie or Cookie or other players you see and how that package could be put together, share those as well. Love to hear from you. And I think pretty much beyond that group, anyone else on this roster or in this farm system could be had in the right deal. So I'd say they're listening for pretty much everybody else. I think the list of people that are not very attainable is pretty small. And those two jump out at me as the ones that they're calling other people and trying to see what they could get for them. I'm sure people are calling them about Frankie as well, and probably Cookie. But I think the Tribe is also shaking the nets and trying to see what they can shake free on those two guys on the regular. So again, in the comments, leave me your thoughts on trade possibilities. Love to hear from you guys. All right, go Bucks. Have a good weekend, and we'll see you on the other side.